Group G draws to a close in Bangkok tonight with just pride to play for both these teams. It's Johor Darul Tazim from Malaysia against Thailand's Ratchaburi at the Rajamangala National Stadium here in Bangkok, Thailand. Well, 16 days ago, these teams got their AFC Group campaigns underway. And Nagoya Grampus guaranteed a place in the round of 16. They were held to a draw. The first time they've dropped points this season after a 1-1 draw with Pohang Steelers, who could still go through as one of the best second-place teams. They just have to wait now to see how the other four groups pan out. If 11 points is in the best three, they will go through to the round of 16 later in the year as well. Temperature has dipped just below the 30-degree mark. The humidity quite high, though. We did have a few spots of rain a little bit earlier on, but nothing to worry too much about. And conditions set fair for what should be a competitive game between these two. They are finishing bottom of the table, 3 points and a point respectively between Johor Darul and Ratchaburi. Ratchaburi did hold Pohang Steelers to a goalless draw in their last game. That was a pretty impressive performance, while just the one win for Johor came against Ratchaburi on match day 2 by a single Leandro goal. Johor did actually become the first team to score against Nagoya Grampus as well on match day 5. So both teams out to finish the season, or finish the group campaign rather, on a high. Benjamin Mora, the Johor coach, saying that he takes plenty of positives from the tournament. He's been able to rotate his squad, give plenty of players some game time. And they've learned by playing some of the best teams in Europe as well over the last couple of weeks. They did finish bottom of the group when they were last in the group stages in 2019. All very much about being a learning curve for the Malaysians. Ratchaburi, one of 4 Thai teams in the competition. There is Benjamin Mora, the Mexican. Give a positive finish from his team. First appearance in the competition for Ratchaburi. Very much uncharted territory for them. Only founded some 17 years ago, Ratchaburi in 2014. Started out life in the Thai second division. They're now in the top tier. Did finish 8th in the Thai league last year, but they were 4th at the end of the first half of the season, which was the reason they qualified for the AFC Champions League. As we say, they made life difficult for Pohang Steelers in the last match. If Pohang don't manage to go through as one of the best second-place teams, they may well look at that game and say, that was where we missed the chance to pick up a 3-pointer. '98 Asian Games were held in this stadium. So the AFC Under-23 Championships were held at this and a couple of other venues as well to decide who was going through to the Olympic Games. There are a couple of other games going on today. This is the final day of action in this particular group. Other matches going on in Group H today: Chiang Rai United and Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors, Gamba Osaka against Tampines Rovers. Those games taking place in Uzbekistan. Still, some teams have 2 games to play, despite the fact this is the final game for these groups. Tomorrow, Group F play their penultimate matches. Group J closes out on Friday, and then Final games in Group F are on Sunday. Competition finishes in full on Sunday. By then we'll know the 8 teams that are going through to play in the knockout stages. The round of 16 matches will be played between members of the same section, so the eastern section will play each other. The draw's already been made for the western section after their qualification in April. So the sign of the AFC flag having made its way out is the prelude to the teams making their way out from just below the stands here. It's not the normal tunnel entrance like you normally see at a familiar football stadium. So this was a multi-sport venue, of course, for the Asian Games with the athletics. One final 90 minutes of effort for these two who've given their all over 90 minutes over the last 5 matches. The heat, the humidity's been a problem. We've had monsoon rain. We've had suspensions to deal with as well, and it all comes down to this, the final match. Ratchaburi, just a point. And they still haven't managed to score a goal yet. 0-0 in the last match against the Pohang Steelers. Can they get off the mark today against Johor? Pavi is the captain, as he has been all the way through. Kampon has made more saves than any other goalkeeper in the competition. And we're moments away from the final match. Let's take a check on the team news then. Johor make 8 changes to the side beaten by Nagoya last time out, but some familiar names return. Shane Lowry's back from suspension. Matthew Davies also comes back in at full back. Nacho Inter returns to anchor the midfield. Bergson leads the line. Leandro is one of the 3 players that started the last match. 4-1-4-1 is the preferred formation for Benjamin Mora. Nacho Inter will just roam between defence and attack. Mohamed Kazim Sarey from Iraq is the referee. Just a second game for him. He did take charge of the Vitel v Ulsan Hyundai game in Group F on match day 1. Has been the 4th official as well. Ratchaburi earned that creditable draw against Pohang Steelers last time out. Coach Seksan Sirapong makes 3 changes. Kritsananen, Montri and Narakorn all come back in. Junior Mapuku is suspended after 2 yellow cards. So Wutarik is pushed up front alongside Stephen Langil in a 3-4-1-2 formation. Narakorn will sit just behind the front 2. Ten players from the remaining squad members are on the bench. 5 of those players, of course, can be used during the course of the 90 minutes. Stephen Langil has sat out a couple of matches. He was on the bench for 2 games. Has featured in all 6 now, though. So Kampon, the goalkeeper, has been called upon on plenty of occasions. He's made 11 more saves, than any other goalkeeper in this competition. 31 in his side's 5 matches so far. So it will be Ratchaburi in the orange shirts that will get us underway, kicking from right to left in the first half for the final time at the Rajamangala Stadium. We're underway. Johor kicking from left to right in the first half, looking for a positive finish for their coach Benjamin Mora. Ratchaburi, though, will be out to also have a a point to prove. Early offside flag up on the far side. Born in Mexico City, Benjamin Mora was pretty much unknown in Mexico before moving to Malaysia, but he's been firmly put on the map by what he's achieved with Johor in terms of the league form. Was on the coaching staff when Luciano Figueroa was the coach at Johor. They won the treble in the 2019 season. Here's Lowry, suspended for the last match after a couple of yellow cards. Nacho Insa. Leandro scored 2 of their 3 goals so far. Davis gets it back from Leandro. Matthew Davis. Kritsananen. Seksan Sirapong, the coach of Ratchaburi. It's Leandro's header. Azrif. Maurizio. It's Maurizio again, the Brazilian. Now Leandro, the Argentinian. South American connection for Johor. On there by Praveen Vat. Langil had a play off Nacho Insa. Praveen Vat over the free kick then for Ratchaburi. First touch for Farazal, who comes charging out of his goal. He's been in goal for 4 of the 5 games so far. Headed in by Davis. Safik. Not too much movement up ahead of him at the moment. He's forced to go back to Nacho Insa. Lowry. It's a heavy touch from Pavi, almost gave the ball away. He just survived that Patom Chai. Good ball forward, too much on it though for Stephen Langil. It's been wholly frustrating really for a lot of these Ratchaburi players. Junior Mapuku, who made his debut at the start of the competition, hasn't had too many sights of goal. Langil has worked hard, but just lacking a little bit of service from midfield at times. Nacho Insa. Davis. Safik. Now Leandro coming very deep to win the ball back. Bergson. It's given away again. Wutterik, first chance maybe to press inside the Johor half of the field. Foul by Ramadan. This might be a chance. Set pieces might be Ratchaburi's best chance to grab themselves a goal. Pavis coming forward there, the captain. Praveen Vat involved as well. Langill's no slouch in the air. And they come up with a decent delivery. Driven in low, wasn't a great one. Now there could be a break on for Johor. Arif. We've got Bergson up with him. Must be. Oh, what a miss. Safik with a whole goal to aim at and's put the shot wide. Glorious opportunity. Benjamin Mora looks at the ground. Frustrating. It was a glorious opportunity. Arif just played the ball across. It came off the defender. Kutsananen. And Safik just seemed to have a simple job to roll that one in, but he's pushed it wide. There's Lowry. Now Maurizio. Nacho Insa. Leandro. Benjamin Mora did take charge of the side for the AFC campaign in 2019, despite the fact Luciano Figueroa was the first team coach. When Figueroa had to return to Argentina at the end of 2020, Mora was the obvious choice to take over the team fully for the league campaign as well. Currently top of the Malaysian Super League. They've won 9 out of 13 games. Just one defeat against Terengganu. Very hard to beat this season. 6 goals conceded in 13 matches, Johor. This is Bergson. And by Davis. Might get a second chance to find some space here. Davis trying to get to the byline. It's a good ball across. It's a free header. Straight at Campon. There's a clash of heads and a cool kit. Is the Ratchaburi player that's down. It was Leandro that found space in behind. It's a good challenge by Nakul Kit in the end. It just did enough to put Leandro off. They both took a hefty whack to the head. Need a bit of treatment here. Straight at the goalkeeper. It goes down as another save for Campon. Goes down as an effort on target as well for Johor. Got to be so careful with head injuries these days, of course. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for either Nakul Kit or for Leandro. And straight away, Benjamin Moore knew that the medical staff had got to come on. Kulkit's back on his feet. That's a good sign. The prognosis might not be as good for Leandro. Looks like he's got a cut to the side of the head. They might have to take him off here. Of course, nobody takes any risks with head injuries these days. So the Kulkit seems to be okay. Fik Fazale just warming up there with the fitness coach. Lowry and Nacho Insa in discussion. Well, they bandaged him up here, Leandro. They'll just need to make sure that there's no sign of any concussion, otherwise they will have to take him off. Always full of emotion, Stephen Langill, very animated on the pitch. I think he's okay, Leandro. Still looks a little bit groggy. You wonder whether it's worth taking the risk or whether they should take him off, but we'll see how he fares when he comes back on. The Kulkit is okay as well. That's good news. So a lengthy stoppage, but plays back underway once again. This is Kiatisak. Good Sananen. Lowry. Safik. Nacho Insa. Still waiting for a bit of real creativity in the game. We are only 13 minutes in. It seems like we've played longer than that. That injury hold-up didn't help a moment or so ago. Leandro waiting to come back on. Nacho Insa. Still, they're not quite happy with the bandaging on Leandro's head by the look of it, so they are still temporarily down to 10 men here, Johor. And the Kulkit's back on. Lowry. Still struggling to get out of their own half at the moment, Johor. Lowry again. Leandro is one of their more creative players. If he were to go off, it would be a big loss for them. It's Davis. Now Nacho Insa. Lowry. Maurizio. Nacho Insa. Over the top from Safik. It's a searching ball looking for Ramadan. He might still get this. Kulkit challenges. He's come away with the ball well. Just running into a little bit of blind corner there, Patsum Chai. Almost gave the ball away. That'll be a free kick. Far by Maurizio. They did start their tie season well, Ratchaburi. They won 4 wins in a row, then some inconsistency set in later on in the season. They won 6, lost 8 of 14 matches between October and February. They'd only failed to score in 5 league games all season. Goal scoring has been a bit of an issue for them here. They still haven't managed to find the net as yet. Can they do so today? Offside against Langill. Quite a long way offside as well. So the Mexican media have been full of praise, as we mentioned earlier on, for Benjamin Mora. Some feeling it's only maybe a matter of time before some of the big clubs in Mexico come calling, seeing if they can tempt him to head back to his home country. Did become the first Mexican to win the Distinguished Mexican Award, Benjamin Mora, for the first Mexican in Malaysia due to his achievements with JDT. The club have just made a big signing actually as well. Xiao Hong Wan from Wolves in the Premier League has just joined the club, not eligible for this tournament. He came out of quarantine just after the tournament had started. Looking forward to joining up with his new teammates, no doubt. Tremendous new training facility they've got planned as well, JDT, with some wonderful facilities. Victory here in their final game would be a nice way to finish the tournament. Ratchaburi might have other ideas about that. It's Maurizio. Nacho Insa. Now Maurizio. Arif. Leandro trying to spray that one out wide. Didn't quite come off for him. Looks okay though after that knock on the head. Narakorn trying to split the defenders and find Langill. There wasn't quite enough on it. Langill wasn't happy with the way the ball that was played in his direction. Felt it should have been a little bit overhit. Leandro seems to have dispensed with the bandage already, which is good news. Maurizio. Arif. Well, I think he may have dispensed with it too early because the referee's just told him to go off and get some more treatment. You can see the blood streaming down his head there. That looks a nasty cut as well. I'm surprised they're going to let him continue, to be honest. He's just puffing out his cheeks there. He's clearly in some discomfort. There was the incident again. It was an cool kit that came across, and well, when you saw him go to ground like that, you feared the worst, but he straight away put his hands to his head. He was almost That's stunned in mid-air. Always a worry when you see that. But it's a nasty cut on the side of his head, and still trying to bandage him up here. There's no blood allowed. He might have to change his shirt as well if there's any blood on the shirt, of course, under the rules. And the cool kit seems to have come off relatively unscathed after the clash of heads. Here's Lowry. Nacho Insa. Maurizio. Nobody coming short at the moment. There's a huge gap just full of orange shirts. No blue Johor shirts making ground to try and take the loose ball. Here's Lowry. Ramadan. Back to Lowry. Nacho Insa. Leandro's back on his feet again. Fourth official will just check that the wound's okay and he's been cleaned up properly before the referee will call him back on. Arif. Maurizio. It's back to his goalkeeper, who just got there first. Farazal turns into a good ball as well to Lowry. Still Leandro's not back on the field yet. Bergson. Again, just looking for some movement. He's got Davis outside him. Now Leandro's back on. Lowry. Over the top again from Langil. Took a deflection. Waterik's worked hard in this tournament. He's featured in 4 games. There's still a bit of blood coming through there, I think, on Leandro's head. I just need to keep an eye on that. Waterik, who hails from Switzerland. It's Kiatasak. Davies pushes the ball out of play for a throw. Langil. Suspiciously offside there. Kiatasak. Play continues. Langil just slipped as he tried to play the one across. It's deflected behind off Davis. Just the one clean sheet for Farazal so far. Came in that 1-0 win over Ratchaburi. Langil with the corner. There was an arm from Lowry on Pavi, but the referee has penalised the Ratchaburi captain. Waterik. Only one in the centre at the moment. That's Narakorn. One back by Ramadan. And that will be a goal kick. Praveen Vat's header coming up to 26 minutes played. There will be a bit of stoppage time to add on for those head injuries, but it's been a game of few chances so far. Johor did have two best chances. Kampon with a good save, and then Safik fired wide when it seemed easier to score. Bergson's about to get a telling off from the referee. Bit of arguing going on at the moment. Bergson not happy about something. Neither is Pavi, the Ratchaburi captain. Is Langil. Away by Maurizio. Good ball in. Just headed over the top. Wutterick making good ground in the penalty area. Praveen Vat. Awkward one for Maurizio. Langle's right behind him and then just nudges him off the ball. Wasn't quite shoulder to shoulder. Langle did just lean into Maurizio. Yeah, just there. See the intent, just barged into him. Lowry. Nacho Insa. Leandro. Good ball. Davis. Bergson. Quickly surrounded by orange shirts. Leandro. Davis. He's got Arif outside him. Leandro trying to get through the middle. Well played. Good tackle by Kiatasak. Shown in the last two games how well organised they are at the back, Ratchaburi, so they frustrated Pohang Steelers. Did lose 4-0 and 3-0 their reverse games against Nagoya, but they have topped the group. Another good ball in. Pavi stuck out a leg and Kampon kept his eye on that. That could have gone anywhere if it had hit the defender. Ramadan with the ball in. Bergson was the target. That was the one a moment ago. If Pavi had just got a stud to that, that could have easily deflected in past his goalkeeper. Fortunately, he didn't make contact. Chase on here for Langil again. Farazal quickly off his line. Foul by Leandro. Well, Johor dominating the ball at the moment. Foul on Patom Chai. Langil. Kiatasak. Patom Chai launches it long. That was Not too far off being a good ball for Montree down that far side. Benjamin Moore had just been spoken to about something by the fourth official. Pavi's header. Narracorn. Pavi. Kritsanen almost caught in possession by Leandro. Good press this. Pravinvat. Now Wuterick. Hauled back by Nacho Insa. I'm quite surprised he's not going to get a yellow card for that, Nacho Insa. Letter of the law says he should. Referee's been quite lenient there. Patum Chai. Good ball. Langil takes it in straight. Maurizio across. Langil. Good save by Farizal with his legs. Clearest chance of the game so far for Ratchaburi. And Langil denied by Farizal's legs. It was a great ball. Nice little touch to take him just away from Maurizio. But then the angle had narrowed a little bit and the goalkeeper's able to make a good save. Got his positioning just right there, Farizal. Good save. Frustration again for Stephen Langil. Maurizio's header away. Wuterick needs some quality on the cross. That's Pravinvat. Referee had seen a bit of pushing and shoving. Not too sure whether Maurizio hasn't just picked up an injury there. He's just clutching the back of his right hamstring. I think when he went up for that first header, he might just have overstretched. He signalled over to the bench here, and I don't think he's going to be able to continue here, Maurizio. A bit of ice on the back of the hamstring for Maurizio. Hamstrings are one of those injuries you can't really try and run it off. That was the moment I think it went when he was in that race with Langil. So Maurizio's game, it would appear, is over. Adam Knorr is going to come on. Early substitution here. He started the last game against Nagoya, Adam Noor. It was his first appearance in the competition. Good ball down the line for Ramadan. Leandro. And the ball whipped in, side netting though. Now the change will be made. Here comes Adam Noor. Been at Johor 4 seasons now after moving from Selangor. It's Leandro and Langil coming together. Langil gets the free kick. Did have that clear chance, Langil. Denied by the leg of Farazal. Praveen. Langil tried to catch it first time, didn't catch it cleanly. And Johor get the ball away. This is Leandro. Given straight back to Narakorn. Down the line again, but out of play. Well, they are getting in good goal-scoring positions here, Ratchaburi. Langil again holding his position, tried to hit that first time. He may just have injured himself as well. Trying to hit that first time, he actually trod on the ball. Frustration for Maurizio. Langil. Now Narakorn. Woodrick. Kritsalinen. Kiatasak. Foul by Leandro. Flag stays down here. Patum Chai. Woodrick. Challenged by Nacho Insa. Good quick feet by Narakorn. Patum Chai. Looking for Woodrick, cut out by Adam Noor, the substitute. It's a speculative effort from Nakulkit. A long way out there. Have to have been a bit special to test Farizal from that sort of range. It's well wide of the target. Kiatisak's clearance goes out off Arif. Johor never lost 4 games in a row in the AFC Champions League. Ratchaburi playing in that first campaign. Leandro. Ramadan. He's done well. Wriggled away from his man, still going Ramadan. It's not a great ball. Give it away to Woodrick. Quitsananen. Solid challenge from Arif, but an unfair one, says the referee. Ratchaburi in a rush to get on with this, trying to put a bit more pressure on before half-time. Narakorn didn't realise that Arif was coming in behind him. Over the top again, looking for Langill. Cut out by Lowry, away by Davis. Woodrick, now Langill. Langill's in behind, there's nobody in the middle. Nobody showing any real intent in trying to get into the middle either. They were just all hanging back, and Langill didn't have too many options available to him. Flicks off the head of Bergson. It's the cool kit. Montree. Good pressing from Leandro. Pravinvat. Langill. Leandro again forward for Bergson. Campon timed it just right. Frustrating half for Bergson, hasn't seen too much of the ball. Campon's done what's been called upon in the goal, or in goal rather. There's Narakorn. Pavi. Final 30 seconds of the first half then. There will be a bit of added time for that head injury early on for Nicole Kitt and Leandro. Here's Ramadan. Is there time for either side to get themselves in front before half-time? Safiq. Nacho Insa. Adam Noor. It's good defending by Ratchaburi, who got everybody by Woodrick back behind the ball. Lowry. 3 minutes added time. Leandro. Arif. Offside flag up. Langil. Foul by Adam Noor. Well, Leandro's had a bit of a swing out there, I think, at Safik. And it's a yellow card for Leandro. It's unnecessary. A couple of the Ratchaburi players wanting a word as well. He just pushed him in the face. May have made a bit of a meal of it, Praveen Vat, but you can't raise your hands. Simple as that. Leandro into the book. It's his second yellow. He would have missed, well, he'll miss the next match, but there is no next match. So, of course, the yellow cards, whether they carry over to the next season, I'm not quite sure, but it's a yellow card anyway for Leandro. They may well do. Unnecessary. Montree getting up highest, but can only head it back to Farazal. Nacho Insa. Chase on here for Ramadan. Nice chance maybe of the first half. It's enough on it to reach Bergson. Leandro's done well. Nacho Insa. Davis. Need to get this into the box quickly, Johor. The whistle will go anytime now. Referee just checked his watch. We've played the 3 minutes. And there, in fact, is the half-time whistle. Well, the two best chances falling to Johor in that first half. Ratchaburi did have a good effort from Stephen Langil, but he was denied by the legs of Farazal, the Johor goalkeeper. Campon made a fairly straightforward save, and then Safik fired wide from a good angle, but nobody able to make the breakthrough in the first half. It's Johor Darul Tazim 0, Ratchaburi FC 0 at half-time. Just 45 minutes remain in Group G in the AFC Champions League. Welcome back to the Ratchaburi Stadium here in Bangkok, Thailand. 0-0 at half-time between Johor Darul Tazim from Malaysia and Ratchaburi FC from Thailand. Nobody able to make a breakthrough in the first half. Bergson didn't have too much service in that first 45 minutes. Pavi and Co were very tight at the back. Praveen Vat in the cool kit. Kampon did have to make a save from a close range header. Safik fired wide, and they are making a change at half-time. Ratchaburi, Kritsaninen coming off, and Watayawong coming on for a third appearance off the bench. Johor were first forced into a change in the first half, a hamstring injury for Maurizio. Adam Noor was the man that came on. Stephen Langell had a great chance for Ratchaburi in that first half. He was through on goal, but he couldn't beat Farazal, who staved with his legs. Ratchaburi still haven't scored in the competition yet. So it is Johor in blue that get us underway. First touch for Nacho Insa in the second half, the driving force in their midfield. This is Azrif. Davis, Adam Noor. Reminder that neither of these teams can go through. 3 points for Johor, bottom of the table with a point, Ratchaburi. Stubborn performance in the last game against Pohang Steelers when they drew 0-0. Nacho Insa. There is the sub, Watayawong. Just joined from Suphanburi. Played over 50 games for them before moving to Ratchaburi. Langell. Good challenge from Adam Noor. Thought he might have been flagged offside there, Stephen Langell, but the flag did stay down. He just timed his run. Langell claiming handball. It was right in front of the official as well. It was Azrif that was looking to be penalised. Patomchai into no man's land, comfortable for Farazal. A nice blue bandage on now, Leandro, after that clash of heads in the first half with Nakul Kit. Over the top for Bergson, who's allowed to bounce by Pavie. Bergson! Pavie recovered to stab behind for the corner. Angle was tight for Bergson. Didn't really deal with that there, the Ratchaburi captain. Managed to redeem himself, though. Oh, it's going to be tough from Bergson to try and squeeze that in beyond Campon from that sort of angle. Nacho Ince's header. Bergson will keep this alive. Three in the middle. Lowry's one of them. Ramadan. Asrif. That's given away. It was a slip over on that far side. Leandro trying to keep the pressure on. Be a free kick. Ended their domestic season with just 1 defeat in 9 games, 3 wins and 5 draws, Ratchaburi. The new Thai League season will getting underway fairly soon. They'll look to take the experience from this competition into that as they look to qualify again. Here comes Langill once more. Might have to go on his own again. Little chip. Goalkeeper makes the save and then gets clattered into by Asrif. Let's go from Wetiyong, so I wouldn't be surprised if Farizal doesn't go down to get some treatment now. Wataya Wong, the substitute, with a follow-up shot. It was brave from Farizal because he collided with his own player, Asrif, who's also gone down. Langill just trying to lift the ball over the top of the goalkeeper that time. Again, the angle was narrow. It hit him in the face, and then Asrif's hit the goalkeeper in the face. Nothing he could do. Couldn't actually stop himself. It's not a good effort from Wataya Wong, leaning back. It's his first touch since coming on. I think Asrif's okay. The physio has moved on to the goalkeeper. Langill's had the 2 best chances now. Did actually hit the goalkeeper on the chest. He spread himself and made himself a big target to get past there, Farizal. Straight away he was signifying that he was hurt, but he realised ball was still in play and had to get back to his feet. Maybe just a little bit winded after the collision with Langill, with Asrif rather, his own player. Well, he's been a threat so far, Stephen Langill. Played most of his early career in France with Auxerre, notably. Has played in Poland with Legia Warsaw and NEC in the Netherlands. Farizal's okay. Doesn't have to go off the field, of course, having received treatment, unlike an outfield player. Bergson. Trying to stab it back for Arif on that far side, but they weren't quite on the same page. Don't think he'd have reached it anyway. Even if Arif had gone for the ball, he'd stabbed it with a little bit of pace on it, Bergson. Leandro caught by Pathum Chai as he went past him. Yellow card for Pathum Chai, who would also have missed the next match if there was a next match. Second yellow card of the group stage. Just dropped his shoulder, didn't catch him in the face. Just on the top of the shoulder. Second yellow card of the game. Leandro was booked in the first half. Here he is on the ball. Lowry. Nice turn from Ramadan. And away from his man, taking on Nukulkit. They've defended that well again, Ratchaburi. That's a nice turn from Montree. A couple of individual bits of skill down in this near corner. Given away, though, to Adam Noor. So no Junior Mpuku today for Ratchaburi. He's suspended. He was starting to ease himself into life with his new team. Offside flag up against Wutterick. And he hails from Switzerland. Leandro. Lowry. Nacho Insa. Good ball, Bergson. Good save, Campon. Well, he got it well there, Bergson. That's his best chance of the game so far. It was a lovely ball floated in. He just got the wrong side of his man, Montree. And the header saved by Campon. Both goalkeepers have been called into action. And both responsible for keeping their team score blank. Benjamin Moore is shouting instructions. Langill's away from Asrif once again. Now running at Lowry. Plays inside. It's back to Langill. He's offside. That's just opening up now. I think both teams want to win this game. They're certainly not sitting back. There's no point just going for a point in the end of your campaign. You might as well finish on a high. Langill was offside. Here's that ball in again. And the header from Bergson, pushed away by the goalkeeper. Scored 11 goals in 11 games in the Thai League season. Gustavo Bergson. Here's Safik. Bergson da Silva to give him his full name, or his proper name if you like, his team sheet name if you like. Leandro. Safik. Davis. Arif up ahead of him. Davis checks back and looks again towards Bergson in the middle. Header down was by Montree. Wutterick. Clattered into by Lowry. Play continues, but the referee now will bring play back. Referee thought about trying to play an advantage. There wasn't much of one available, though. Narracorn. Langill. Weaving away through once again. Langill still pressing. Just got a foot in as well. It was blocked by Farazal. Asrif was trying to shepherd that back to his goalkeeper. Another brave save from Farazal. Malias. Davis. Leandro. Have got their 4 foreigners in the starting lineup. Johor, Matthew Davis, who's Australian, as is Shane Lowry, Leandro the Argentinian, and Bergson the Brazilian. Don't be fooled by the name Nacho Insa, he has a Malaysian passport. But, Malaysian citizenship through his grandmother. Nacho Insa. Here's Ramadan. I wouldn't sit down for him high over the top once again. Nazareth. Johor bearing down on goal with regularity now, away by Nakul Kit. Wetayawong. Watarik. Holding off the attentions of Leandro, who's still busy. Another foul. Needs to just watch it, Leandro. He has been booked earlier on. It's a foul that time on Praveen Vat. Langil. Wetayawong. Goes by Nacho Insa, but there were just too many blue shirts between him and goal to be able to try and find a way through. Davis approaching the hour mark here at the Rajamangala Stadium. Still nobody can find the breakthrough. Can Davis come up with a telling cross? No, he can't, is the answer. He has won a corner, but just a little bit low as 1 or 2 spots of rain start to fall here in Bangkok. These teams, I think, will be glad to get their campaigns finished. The weather forecast for Thailand is not great over the next couple of days, so those teams still to play may have a few tricky conditions to contend with. Be Safik with the corner. It's over Lowry. It's a free header for Adam Noor, but can't get the header on target. Maybe thinking about tactical changes now. Benjamin Mora. Because he had to replace Maurizio in that first half, don't forget, he can make up to 4 more substitutions, but he can only make them in 2 sections or 2 parts in this second half. Didn't make any changes at half-time. Four more games for you tomorrow, if you're following the competition through with all the groups. Groups F and Group I tomorrow, playing their penultimate rounds of matches. FC Kaya Iloilo against BG Pathum United, another of the Thai representatives in the competition, and Ulsan Hyundai from Korea taking on Vital from Vietnam. And then in Group I, it's Daegu FC from Korea against Kawasaki Frontale, the group leaders in that group from Japan. Beijing FC against United City FC, the other Philippine representatives in the group stage. First time we've had teams from the Philippines. Benjamin Moore is not happy with something. Probably the fact his side haven't scored yet. Have failed to score on 2 occasions. Their opening game against Nagoya Grampus and match day 4 against Pohang Steelers. Ramadan didn't get a goal back against Nagoya 3 days ago. It's the first goal Nagoya have conceded this season, but Ratchaburi, who drew Nunobi Pohang, proving a tough nut to crack once again. Pressure may tell, though. It's over Larry Bergson's header again. wide of the target again. Well, he's winning 1 or 2 aerial battles now, Bergson. On loan from Fortaleza in Brazil. Actually saw his penalty saved by Campon in the game on match day 2, Bergson. Leandro. Asrif. Ramadan. Good tussle. Goes away from the cool kit. Looked to be a dive, Ramadan, and the referee agrees it's given away to Leandro. Can't find a way through. Ramadan back in again. Praveen Vat's header. Came off Ramadan. Narakor. Closed down quickly by Ramadan. There's no foul. 3 waiting in the middle. Now a chance for Ratchaburi to break with Kiatasak. Caught late by Arif. Players down all over the place at the moment. Arif just saying his apologies. The 19-year-old. That was the first challenge from Ramadan. That's the one that was eventually given as a foul on Kiatasak by Arif. Came through the Johor youth system. Arif Ayman. Here comes change for Johor. Ramadan's coming off. Akyar is on, and Sumare is on. Ratchaburi back on the attack. Wuttering looking to flick it over. Nacho Insa doesn't quite come off for him. Here's Akyar, first touch. He's looked lively when he's come on. This is his second appearance off the bench. Did start 2 games. Straight out to Sumare. Having to spin away here from Pavi. Free kick given. Safik. Sumare. Substitutions have added just an extra zip in the step for Johor. Sumare taking on Praveen Vat. Davis. Little look up towards Bergson once again. Taken on the chest this time by Bergson. Still can't make room for the shot. Akyar's there if he can find space. Oh, left the ball behind Akyar. It's a little bit tight for space. Now Langil. Wuttering. Kiatasak. In a good midfield battle today. Langil always looks frustrated. There's Akyar trying to burst through it, just clipped the heel of his own player, Bergson, in the corner. Frustration for the coach as well. Just overhit as he tried to play in Sumare there, Davis. Sumare making a 4th appearance off the bench. Born in Gambia. Made his debut for Malaysia in 2018. He was the first player to represent the country who was neither born there or had any ancestors. Became a naturalised Malaysian in 2018. Mamadou Sumare. Here's Azrif. Akyar. Lowry. Nacho Insa. Adam Noor coming forward. He's just left the ball behind. Wutterick tried to get there. Noor just wrapped his foot around and fouled Wutterick in the process. He did win the ball cleanly, but just can't tackle from that sort of angle. You're always giving the referee the upper hand to make the decision and give the foul. Away by Lowry. Leandro. Sumare. That was a half-hearted shot from the defence. It shot her at a ball in from Safiq, really. It seemed to be neither one thing nor the other. Sumare again seen plenty of the ball since coming off the bench. Davis. Looking for Bergson. Was that handball? Yes, it was handball, says the referee, who was right on the spot. He thought for a second, Bergson, there, that he got the opening goal, but it hit him high up on the arm. How high on the arm did it hit him? Yeah, it's a good decision, off the forearm. Was it off the forearm? Not too many protests. I don't know, maybe that came off the shoulder. Certainly didn't seem to protest too much there, Bergson. Maybe somewhat of a surprise. Oh, goalkeeper's come out here, Langell. Has to settle for a corner. Farazal went walkabout, and Langell very nearly got there. Only the intervention of Azrif. First error that Farazal's made, really. You can afford a smile now. Another player down injured here as the rain starts to fall again. Nagoya Grampus through with 16 points. Don't forget, Pohang Steelers will wait to see if 11 points is enough to send them through as one of the best second-place teams. At the moment, Johor finishing on 4 points, Ratchaburi on 2 if it stays this way. Ratchaburi are preparing another couple of changes. Azrif is back on his feet. He will have to go off and won't be able to defend this corner. I think they're going to have to replace Azrif as well, so that will be their final change they can make, Johor. And it comes from Langell. Oh, it's a header from Pavi. Another clash of heads in the penalty area. Adam Noor and Praveenvat that time. Maybe just an arm that caught Praveenvat in the face, I think. It's a clumsy challenge from Lowry. V's header went wide. We are going to see the substitutions made while this injury break's happening. Jacopan is coming on, and that's Watayawong, who was a substitute himself not so long ago, who's coming off and doesn't seem very happy about it. Interesting decision. Came on at half-time. Watayawong. And now Jacopan's come on to replace him. Interesting decision from Seksan Sirapong. Davis's ball in. Patum Chai. Jacopan. Chase on here for Langil, but Nacho Insa playing as a bit like an old-fashioned sweeper at the moment behind his defenders. Patum Chai. Montree. Nicely brought under control. Langil's just outside him. Here is Langil. Wuterick in the middle. No real conviction in getting the cross. It's gone for a corner. Couldn't get the ball past Shane Lowry. Here comes the Johor change. Azrif going off and Kundalan is coming on. They brought on Nazmi Fayez as well, so that is the final two changes for Johor. Wuterick over the corner, leaves it for Jacopan. Jacopan's corner comfortably dealt with, but straight back to the take-up. Wuterick. Floated in again. Away by Sumare. Pravinvat. Nacho Insa. Nazmi Fayez. Akyar. Gets to the byline. Bergson in the middle. Good skills by Akyar. It's Leandro. It's just out of reach. Gets the shot. Too many players back. Shot was blocked. Offside flag up against Akyar. That's a great run. Just offside when the ball went back to him. Heavy challenge by Bergson, which has been penalised. It's been frustrating again for Johor. They were desperate to try and finish the campaign with a win. Ratchaburi have done a good job of frustrating. They only lost by a single goal when the sides met on match day 2. They drew 0-0 with Pohang in the last match. And 0-0 here. Nazmi Fayez. Adam Noor, Leandro. Ratchaburi trying to hold a high line and try and catch Johor offside. Ball doesn't rake it through to Sumri. Lovely turn from Wucherik. It's not a great ball though, trying to get Praveen Vat in, the centre-back who was driving forward out of defence. It was a lovely turn to make himself some space from Sebastian Wucherik. Change coming off for Ratchaburi. Apiwat coming on, and that's Wucherik's final action of the game. Apiwat Peng Prekon. Is Langil. Approaching the final 10 minutes of the match, still 0-0. Are we to get a winner in the final game in Group G? Earlier on today, Nagoya Grampus and Pohang Steelers shared the points in a 1-1 draw. Davis. Sumare turning away from his man. Bit of space for Sumare. Took a slight deflection. It's Akyar. Well, he's hit it with his right. Possibly his left might have been a better option. But either way, he's missed the target completely. Good work from Sumare to make some space. Came off the knee of Pave. And Akyar straight away turns to rain frustration. Brought it down nicely. Just had to hit it quickly on the up. Hence the ball going high over the top. Cool kit. Filled by Montree. This is Kiatasak. Options in the middle. Good header away by Lowry. Only as far as Batomchai. Can't keep the shot down though. And Farazal has gone down injured again here. This may be due to the collision he had with his own defender, Asrif, earlier on. Problem is they've made all 5 substitutions, so if Farazal's unable to continue, they may have to put an outfield player. I think he may have a bit of concussion. That's what he seems to be saying to the referee. It was a heavy collision with his own player. Asrif has subsequently gone off. But they won't take any risks, of course, if it is a head injury. Bergson's had a couple of good chances today, a couple of good headers. Ratchaburi look as if they're about to make their 2 final changes. Farazal looks like he's okay to continue for the moment. Has only got 8 minutes to go. His defenders will maybe just have to try and keep the ball away from him. Narakorn. Kunnalan. Nacho Insa. Akyat. Kunnalan. Nacho Insa. Leandro. Akyat had gone all the way across to the far side. Here's Langil. Montree. Langil. There's a good play again. Larry's going to get a yellow card this time. Well, he got away with one before when he blocked. I think it was Langil, the same player that he blocked off. Another yellow card for Larry, who's just come back from a suspension, missed the last match. He's picked up his third yellow card of the tournament. Did make his debut in this tournament after joining from Al Ahly in Qatar. Be a big part of their plans, I think, for the new league season. Praveen Vat going off. Jurawat's coming on. Sitachok coming off as well, and Narakorn is the other player to make way for Ratchaburi. Their final. No, it's not their final changes. 4 changes they've made. Free kick here for Jakapan. Away by Larry. Blocked by Bergson. Nacho Insa. Kunnalan. Akyat. Bergson. Good ball down the line, Akyat. There's only one in the middle. Well gathered by Campon. Good hands. Montree. There's the group table as it stands. Nagoya Grampus through, as we know. Pohang will wait. These two finishing on 4 and 2 points respectively, if it stays this way. Sumare. Both sides in danger, or don't go in search of a late equaliser. Davis is outside. No height on the cross, away comfortably by Pavi. It was Apuat. Be a foul on by Sumare. And just bobbled on its way through to Campon. Will Pohang Steelers make it through as one of the best second-place teams, I wonder? Will 11 points be enough? 2 teams got through with 10 points from the western section. Davis. Sumare. Leandro. Adam Noor. Now Shane Lowry. Bergson. No, Nazmi Fayez. Akyar. Wriggles his way free and gets to the byline again. Good challenge by Nukulkit. Gives away the corner. Referee just wanting a word with those in the middle that were involved in the usual pushing and shoving, which seems to be obligatory these days. Sumaray's header straight into the arms of Campon. Clock ticking down. That was almost threaded through. Good interception by Girouat because Sumaray was looking to get on the end of that Nazmi Fayez pass. Apuat. Jakapan. Nice reverse ball to Kiatasak, two waiting in the middle. Apuat! Just wide. Well, they just can't get a goal. Still haven't scored yet, Ratchaburi, but it was a great move. Lovely ball in by Kiatasak. And Apuat, the substitute, got a good head on it, but couldn't hit the target. Little nudge from Kundalan. Foul by Sumaray, who looks in amazement. It was Girouat that went down. Just 4 minutes added time then at the end of the 90 minutes. Are we heading for another stalemate, a second successive stalemate for Ratchaburi, who are going to go, it would appear, through the whole group stage without getting a goal? But you've got to admire their spirit. They held Pohang Steelers last time out. They've held Johor here. Yellow card for Sumaray. That's his second of the tournament. He would have missed the next match. Bergson. Good leap. Sumaray. Bergson. Trying to flick it back to Sumaray inside, but was trying to be a little bit too clever. Patamchai. Off by Apuat, who had that chance a moment or so ago. Langle wanted the ball played early. Well, it's dissected Apuat and Jakapan. Here's a chance for Akyar. Good save by Campon. Well, it just opened up for Akyar. They just switched off for a second. And the substitute very nearly found a way through. What a moment that would have been. Great chance right at the end for Akyar to make a hero of himself. Nacho Insa. Larry. Langil, Jacopan, back to Stephen Langil. In fact, Langil allows it to run for Montree. That's a poor ball. It's a tired-looking ball from Stephen Langil. Referee's just spotted something off the ball that he's had to sort out. Nacho Insa maybe to mount one less attack here for Johor Darul. JDT haven't found a way through the Ratchaburi defences as yet. Sumare. Akyol had that great chance a moment or so ago. It's a good turn away. Davis. Needs a good cross. They tried to play it back for Sumare, but again, not quite on the same wavelength. As the full-time whistle goes and the curtain comes down on Group G here in Thailand. Another 0-0 for Ratchaburi, who frustrated Johor, having frustrated Pohang Steelers last time out. Johor will finish on 4 points. Ratchaburi still finished bottom of the group. They didn't manage to score a goal in the tournament. They came close today on a couple of occasions, but it just wasn't to be their day. Stephen Langil with a couple of good chances. But Ratchaburi will take positives. Johor will take some positives, I'm sure. Benjamin Mora into the new league campaign. Leandro battled through after that head injury, but nobody could find a breakthrough in the end. It's finished Johor Darul Tazim 0, Ratchaburi 0.